station has had someone new.
Ajá, bueno, vamos a continuar aquí con Starfield.
Just go easy on him. Being interrogated by a kid ain't exactly the best way to make a first impression.
I'll limit it to the really important stuff, Dad.
This does not bode well. And you must be the latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family.
Ajá.
Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila Moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Kuriko, by the way. Hi. Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Know a thing or two about spacecraft, do we?
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition? Sure enough, that's where we're heading. The three of us are heading to Aquila, first settled planet of the Freestar Collective and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact. Okay. We'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
Got something for me?
Okay.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Bet you never expected to end up involved in something like this.
Aquí habían otras cosas que hacer. Hay que volver a Vectera. Bueno, vamos a hacer eso para ver cómo está el tipo este. Habla con Vladimir. Okay. Afuera, ok. Habían otras cositas aquí. Habla con el científico que es junto al árbol, ¿no? ¿Qué será eso? Ajá, el panel de misión de constelación, eso es lo que quería buscar.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Encuentra red primordial en Kumasi, sondea Tauset en Tauseti. Encuentra ecosistema carbonizado en Lunara. Verga. Mira. Vamos retro varios. ¿Qué más hay aquí? Yo no vi. Un destornillador. Ok. Un traje viejo. Curioso. El pozo. Uy. No me estoy metiendo. escuchando música. Ah. Necesito una llave. Bueno, a lo mejor aquí es para algo después. ¿No hay nada por aquí? No. Es un gran espacio aquí. Será para otro momento.
While we're here, perhaps we should check in with Mateo or Noel.
En este cuarto de la niña. Ah, mira, por siempre humano, 2 de febrero. Bueno, vamos. Lo que me tiene es que no puedo tener varias cosas marcadas. O sea, a lo mejor para mantener el esquema minimalista está bien, pero no. Me gustaría poder tener como varias por lo menos. La tabla de menos. Ah, mi padre está aquí. Pero no vi dónde estaba Vladimir, pues. Ah, está aquí. Ok, que salir. Que salir en órbita, pues. Vamos a marcar a ver al papá, pues. Sin duda esta es la parte más demandante de rendimiento, ¿no? Porque se puede que no. Por este lado. Bueno, vamos por aquí. ¿O va por acá? Residencial. Espérate para revisar si estoy grabando el celular.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Okay. padre.
What? Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God! Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors. Is everything all right? Well, I'll be. Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things. Hey, if I don't get to sing your praises as much as I like, no one can. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known, I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
Vamos a explorar. Galactito de peluche. Mira qué bonito. Como pesado.
Regina, the president of...
Oh, I know all about her.
Well, she's making me redo the whole report from scratch because she gave me the wrong information.
You worked on that for days.
I know. I swear next election I'm stepping down. I can't stand her.
Are we looking for solutions or sympathy?
What? Oh, what's this about?
Fred from the poker group said 90% of all marital strife would go away if you just know whether you need to offer help or a friendly ear.
Fred's a wise man. I suppose sympathy.
Then that Regina is a monster. There ought to be a law.
Damn straight. The house feels alive again now that you're here. I still can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch. I knew it. You have that spring in your step. A mother knows. I won't press, dear. Don't worry.
Interesting. Something you want to discuss later, perhaps?
I know you didn't live in this apartment long,
Oh.
but I want you to consider this your home away from home. Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers. No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear? Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Gal Bank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation. Now that we're both retired, you mean? I keep trying to push your father to do things. Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses. I'm really interested in early colonial art. But he's just happy as a clam reading in his chair for hours. Wants to know the history of every little thing. It's nice to have time to do both, though. You've been loafing around the house all day.
I've been reading. It's good stuff. It's about...
You should get...
I still can't believe it. Constellation. The stories make them seem so exotic, so, well, romantic, almost. How is it for real? You liking it? Don't you worry yourself about that. All your life, you've been just this mess of potential waiting for a chance. Your number's finally been called, and the settled systems had better be ready for you. I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. You could have had some cake. I gave it my good old college try. You see what I did there? Enough about that. Anything you want to talk about before you have to go? I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine you're all excited to get to discovering.
Sí, sí, la verdad.
Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now. Your mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions, but it'll be good to get out. You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right? I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. More than you know. Retirement's treating me well, but there are some days I almost missed the class from. Don't say anything to your mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day, I tell her. Not that I mind. Where's the tissue paper? I knew where it was. Top shelf of the pantry.
Sandra contacted
But it's
me.
not there anymore.
Again?
No.
They still want you to
know where
consult,
anything
don't they?
is if you keep moving them all
You
the time.
regret it. I love you all the more for it.
Bueno, pero mejor nos vamos. ¿Cuál es el tema aquí? Lo del pozo, ¿no?
Yeah, I got corns.
Ah, mira, está aquí mismo. Vamos al pozo para ver.
There are always about a million things to do, and I'm only one person. It's so overwhelming. Hey! Oh, you're not Carl. Sorry. I shouldn't assume. Maybe you go by Carl. You're just not the Carl I was waiting for. We're supposed to be investigating a power drain down here. People have been reporting brownouts for a while, and Mass finally decided to follow up on it. I can't be in two places at once, and Carl isn't here. So I'm just trying to look inconspicuous. Well, since you're here and Carl isn't, and I really want to get this solved, I will take you up on that. What I need is very technical. I can talk you through it remotely. I'm gonna head to the monitoring station. The first box we're looking for is over near UC Surplus. You know, Antonio's place. I can contact you once you get there.
¿Cuál es? Ok, ¿qué tal? Vamos a hacer esto, pues. Unas misioncitas. Así exploramos un poco este sitio. ¿Qué es? Who's there?
Always nice to see a fresh face around. You know why this place has stood for so long. I make sure everyone's comfy. I tell it like it is, and I don't take any shit.
Oh.
Hey, can you hear me? I think this is working. I only have a general view of things, but you should be near the first junction box. Look for it mounted on the wall. When you find it, open it up and flip the big switch.
Trust me, the real new Atlantis is down here. Stuff Thompson. Personally, I think daylight's overrated. Take your time. I got all day.
No, ¿qué tienes? ¿Eh?
Hey, take it easy.
Yo quiero eso. Bueno.
That's it. Great job. So that tripped the secondary breaker, and that goes to... Oh, wow, really? They wired it like that? Jeez, okay. Okay, got it. Next one is way down past Jake's. And maybe up a story or two? It's a bit of a hike. Sorry.
Keep it moving. Been up there, huh? Space?
Even in the well, the trade authority continues to flourish. Makes you sick, doesn't it?
No sé qué es eso. Pero bueno, vamos a seguir con la misión. ¿Cómo llego para allá?
Alright, you should be near the next junction box. This section isn't used very much these days, so maybe a little harder to see. That's the one. Next one's not too far. Dead end, right down from Jake's. Right under that apartment they've been trying to sell.
Ah, mira. Yo no había pillado esto. No, pero te juro me lo llevo aquí. No. Ok, ahora sí.
Good luck with that,
Definitely
right?
know your way around the log.
¡Epa! Una huevona, ¿qué pasó aquí? Bueno. Vamos a ver si dice algo aquí. Me ha dicho que quieres comprar un modelo S. Esto es cierto, sí, tío. Esos rolls son la leche. Necesito uno para dirigir mi mansión, ¿sabes? ¿Por cuánto lo quieres vender? Ay, que querían deshacerse en los elípticos. Si tienes tiempo por ahora. Ok. Ah. Ah, lo mató. Imagino que el dinero se refería solamente al de la caja, ¿no? No hay nada más. Por el diablo. Por no pagar por dárselo ahí listo.
Nice to meet you.
Chévere.
You should be near the next junction box. And if those squatters never cleared out, I would suggest avoiding eye contact. It should be fine. Another switch flipped, another lead to follow. And the lights in here just flickered too. The wiring is worse than I thought. I'm going to work on fixing that little issue while you find the next junction box. Looks like it's over near the Trade Authority. Okay. Just find that and, maybe don't talk to anyone about it just yet.
Howdy.
Buenas. Para que yo tengo una mochila, ¿vale? ¿Puedo subir por acá?
Thing about the trade business? Who you know matters as much as anything else. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate business, I would be more than happy to help you. If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report to her. And I'd ask that you pass along my request to stop these silly games. So, what'll it be? Then my disclaimer doesn't apply. And I hope we have what you need. Please, let me know if I can assist you further. That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be more specific. We frequently post cargo running jobs up on the mission boards around town. Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and on the off chance that's not what you're looking for, well, I can't really help you then.
Okay.
I thought the name made it rather obvious. Whether it's bulk cart, we have shipping lanes across the settled. The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
¿Será por acá? No. Oh, sí, no sé. ya, pero tampoco es muy bueno.
Having a good one? My mother wanted me to be a doctor.
¿Qué casa por aquí?
Okay, the final box I need you to deal with should be right around there. Unfortunately, I just realized you're in for a real tangle of cabling. Like 200 years of field attempts to rewire things. I tried to fix it 3 years back and was crying by the second day. Gave up on the third. Anyway, there should be a series of secondary breakers you need to deal with before you can access the junction box. I don't remember the order, but flip levers until all those circuits are powered down.
Okay.
Wow, you got it. Really well done. You saved me like a week of work. Why didn't you meet me at the monitoring station, near where we met?
¿Sale por acá? No. Muy enredado este sitio, ¿vale? Qué cagada.
Gotta call someone's power kept going out.
Did I say thank you? Because thank you. There's no way I could have done that in a reasonable amount of time all by myself. Well, not everyone would be, and I appreciate it. Thanks to your help, I was able to trace the power drain. I know where it's coming from. Unfortunately, the source is exactly where I was afraid it was. The Trade Authority. So that's something that I'll need to deal with. That'll be fun. If you want to tag along, I certainly wouldn't complain. But if not, then this is where we part ways.
Ah, bueno, más seguite. No me voy a perder esto. Ropa nueva. Bebe.
Pretty low on the list of things I wanted to do today. So thanks to you, we've got evidence that the Trade Authority is behind the power drain being reported down here. I don't know if you ever dealt with the Trade Authority, but Zoe is intimidating. I have to go in there, but I really don't want to. You think you'd be willing to go with me? Just make sure this doesn't go badly? Thanks. That means a lot. I can do the talking, I think. Just be ready for, well, anything.
Yo llevo el plomo. Me lo voy a cargar a los dos.
You know, I went to chef school.
A visit from Mast. How delightful. You'll have to remind me of your name, dear. afraid I can't keep track of all you little worker drones.
I'm Luisa Reyes. Well, you know that, because I've been in here 3 times.
Yes, of course you are. And was it you were accusing me of with absolutely no evidence?
The power drain is coming from your building, Zoe. You and I both know it, and now I can prove it.
I'm sorry, what?
We traced the drain, checked the grid. It led us here. You can't talk your way out of this.
I'm going to ask you to wait here a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay, just be ready for anything. I don't know if she's going to come out of there with a gun or call in mercenaries or what.
Don't worry. Whatever happens, we're prepared to handle the situation.
I don't want this to turn out violent if we can avoid it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, you're probably right. Just need to breathe.
Well, Miss Reyes, I apologize for not taking this matter more seriously. I assure you I will eagerly assist in getting to the bottom of this.
No, you're not weaseling out of this. We got to the bottom of it. You are the bottom.
I appreciate your enthusiasm for your work, but I do a little more research before casting aspersions. Someone has indeed been using this location through which to route electrical power. It is not the Trade Authority. I've had my suspicions for a while, and have been keeping detailed notes, which I'm happy to share with you. For now, though, what do we do next?
Wait, what?
Oh, for heaven's sake. I presume you've been assisting Miss Reyes in tracking down this little problem. Well, clearly there's more work to be done. Why don't you continue the work you've been doing with an assurance that the Trade Authority will compensate you for your time? I'll coordinate things here with Miss Reyes. With Mast's access to the grid, we'll find out who did this soon enough. And why. Presumably, you're the one who's been doing the field work, so I believe you'll find there's another junction box out there in the well that needs your attention.
Okay, well, this is not how I saw this going. For the moment, let's assume this is all legitimate. I can sort out the details with Zoe. So why don't you go investigate the next junction box?
Sure.
Hey, I thought you were out there, you know, solving this.
Por acá no llego.
So I've got some news for you. My partner and I, we're expecting...
That is fantastic! When is the baby due?
Won't be for a while, but we've already started shopping for a crib.
Ay, qué chévere. Pasó, loca. Coño. Se me acabo de acordar de esta vaina.
What's with the staring?
que subir por otro lado. Bueno, lo logramos.
Hey there. You should be getting close. Hello? Is this functional? I insist that you provide updates for any suspicious activity. Is that clear? That's it, thanks. Let's just take a look here. Okay. You're going to want to head for box 45A. It should be near Apex Electronics. I appreciate that you've listened to reason. The junction box should be just nearby. Adequately done. Miss Reyes and I have both noted that the next node in this trace is not on any of the current diagrams. We'll have this solved in short order. She means it's not in the well. It's somewhere on the surface. Which technically means it's not my responsibility. You can't possibly be serious. Are you looking at the same diagram I am? 47B is obviously the next one. It's on the same level. However, we agreed that we all like to see this through. If you head topside, I'll pull up the diagrams with you. So, I know how to read. Ignore her. Head for box 45A, okay?
Me están confundiendo, son de... Ok. Bueno. Me lo llevo.
UC Security, you're under arrest. I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you're being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force. Smart decision. Stand by to be transferred.
Por negro. Pero no lo soy. Se equivocaron. Ah, huevona.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. Commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir.
¿Qué quieres tú, pelón?
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. Seems you spent quite a few years as a sculptor. It's quite a long way from an artist to a criminal, wouldn't you say? I also see that you've mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. I will, when I'm ready. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. Not for me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
The commander can handle any of your questions. Alright, let's go. So, it's a Theop instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new mole, huh? Jumping in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right?
Yes? What?
Alright, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
Pardon.
Ah, there you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance, SysDev's nerve center dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Coño. No creo que tenga la de las PCs.
Which is precisely why we're taking a more clandestine approach. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse. I do. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. You'd better hope so. Sersha won't be easy to dupe. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know. Eager to get going? Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down. I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. That's what I wanted to hear. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck. That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own. For your own safety, nobody but myself and the... Basically, if you land in jail...
Nah, huevo, no.
You have your orders.
No me da ningún beneficio, ¿eh?
Excuse me. Yes? Hey.
Acá lo gente todo.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is resting on your shoulders. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig. For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. That's all we're asking. Oh, before you go, there's one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts.
Esto es lo que me gusta.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right, we've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. We'll be here if you need us.
Howdy.
Pardon.
Yes?
Ya me podéis. Ah, huevo, no, ahora tengo que volver al planeta para hacer eso. Y lo voy a hacer.
That was a pleasant change of scenery.
Vámonos aquí.
Oh, come on, Sarah, not this again. I'm telling you, there's no point setting up that wager.
So you intend to stick with the ridiculous notion that the beer served at the hitching post is better than Jake's?
Better.
No vamos a ir allá, vamos a seguir con nuestra misión. Y no nos jodamos. Ahora pasamos a otras misiones con la creencia. Tengo muchas vainas que hacer. Y creo que me quitaron la vaina esa que me había llevado. Y menos me agarraron por eso.
Miss Reyes is still collecting the necessary diagrams and blueprints to accurately assess the situation. Before she returns, I'm going to make you an offer. Whatever you find at the end of this path, you bring it to me first. I'll be certain that Mast gets what it needs. But I trade in valuable information. I suspect you're going to find some. I guarantee you the Trade Authority will pay well. Consider that as you head towards the residential district. We can't pinpoint the source yet, but it's somewhere over there.
Okay. Se lo vamos a vender a los comerciantes, solo pagan burda. Hagan de una manera eficiente.
Hey, you should be getting close. Looks like it's somewhere near Athena Tower. Zoe says there's a junction box on the building's exterior. I'm not sure why she knows that.
One never knows when information might be useful.
Okay, well, we're going to discuss that later. I'll check in once you flip the switch. Well, that's unexpected. Powering down that junction doesn't show any other connections.
Clearly, the source must be inside that residential tower.
Yeah, that would make sense. You know, I think I remember seeing a report about power problems.
Creo que sí. Maldita sea, no. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Si uso este aquí. Este me sirve para acá. Puedo usar este para acá. No. Sí. Mato esto, me quedan estos otros dos. Ok, sí. Sí. Tiene que ser. Ah, joder, la raya.
Didn't last very long.
En pausa, crédito de transacción, ok. Con el recableado durante toda la energía para ejecutar programas de forma ininterrumpida si quieren demandarme mensaje y poner a trabajar por mi parte por donde cierro la maldita puerta. Así humeando por ahí, aunque reparen en el fondo perdido, no tendrán forma de seguirles a la pista. Ok, la me está robando el banco. Carga un archivo.
Tank sprung a leak. I'm stuck. In the only place close enough to land. Tolement 2. Terramorph heaven. So, I sat down, grabbed the highest caliber weapon I've got, and start walking. Boom.
If that had actually happened, you wouldn't be standing here.
No lie. Hell, you're welcome to go ask around the marine outpost I stumbled into. They're the only reason I'm still breathing.
Set foot on that death trap.
I think I'll just take your word for it.
You okay? That was a hell of a jump.
Regreso al pozo.
Do you have something for me? I'm glad you made the right decision. I'll look this over and make sure that Mast gets just as much as they need, not a bit more. The Trade Authority will not forget what you've done for us. And at a glance, it appears they may have had some success. This will make for some entertaining late-night reading. Well, Miss Reyes, it's been such a pleasure having you here. I'll be sure and pass along my compliments to your superiors.
I hope whatever that is, it's worthless to you. And you know, I'm so not sure you weren't behind this all along, whatever this is.
I'm sorry to hear you say that. I was trying to be sincere. Well, in any event, thank you for a wonderful diversion from my usual.
Ok. Tenemos eso listo y estamos como que más en favor con la gente del comercio. Vamos a hablar con Vladimir. Vamos a cargar los viajes rápido aquí, vale. Muy chévere, puedo viajar la espada, sí, tengo que hacer más de eso, pero... Uf, qué alivio poder lanzarme solamente así un viajecito rápido. Ya vendrán modos de inmersión que bloqueen eso, lo hagan más difícil, pero ¿y eso? Acoplarme a las naves, esto es tan cool. Una nueva nave.
Haven't set foot on the Eye for ages. Hope Vladimir is in a good mood today.
Qué espectáculo es esto, ¿eh?
We got a rook on deck. Good to see Constellation getting some fresh blood.
Glad you two finally have a chance to meet.
Wish I could have been down at the lodge to see the artifacts come together. But I got a little lost peeking through the eye. Always preferred working alone, even around people I like. But we're all working together on this one. No finer group in the stars to be unraveling this mystery. Now, this station, the Eye, rigged up for deep space scans. Barrett and Sarah teased out the signs of where our artifacts could be hiding after we caught our second one. But the data takes a slow ride along the Sea of Light. Years or decades between us and the fringes of space without a grav drive. You won't be the only constellation out there. Andreja and Mateo are both following up on scans themselves. Mateo went out recently, but Andreja, it's been a while. Hate to pull a worried old man act on you, but I'm an old man, and I'm worried.
Yes, indeed. Stop worrying so much, Vladimir. If she's out there, we'll find her.
She should be at one of the 2 sites I've marked on your star map. Can take care of herself, but we all need backup sometimes. Anyway, hopefully you'll be catching Fortune's smile, and we'll have some more artifacts to take a closer look at. Happy hunting. Usually doesn't. I'm overdrawn from Lady Luck 3 times over. It's a long tale to tip your ear on, but if you ever wanted to visit, I have a house out there in the Starfield. Thought I was going to see life's eclipse from there, but Constellation swept me away. Haven't been there since we started on the Eye. If you do go there, turn the lights off when you leave, okay?
Okay, cool.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Thanks
Thanks for taking the time to talk. I wanted to ask you about the artifact you found on Bitacora. When you pulled it from the rock, held it in your hands for the first time, how did you feel? No, I don't think you understand. I know about the visions, the light, and the music. How did you feel inside? What were your thoughts? Oh my goodness. Must have been terrifying. When it comes to the artifacts, it never ceases to amaze me how the science, well, simply fails. True. The artifacts are so different, so alien. And I'm certain one of them reached out and spoke to you. Quite the mystery. Agreed. Unfortunately, there's no way that I know of to reply. And believe me, I've been trying to gather data on the damn things for years. Does that really surprise you? A universal mystery left unsolved for God knows how long? Oh, I've been dreaming about solving this puzzle from the beginning. I knew I picked the right person for the job. Look, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to talk, and for keeping an open mind. And I also wanted to say, well, I'm pleased we're on this journey together. It's the best decision I've made in quite a long time.
Chévere. ¿Qué es esto? Ah. El ojo. Está bien cool. Vamos a hacer una vueltica aquí.
Was fun. Now what?
Vamos a ver, tenemos varias vainas. Esta no, esta todavía no. Vamos a... Bueno, tenemos estas misiones, que bueno, esto es bueno para conseguir más recursos. Ah, por cierto, yo iba a ver inventario. Y este es el inventario de la nave. ¿Cómo lo muevo? ¿Lo moví? No sé. Ah, aquí en guardar, ok. Ya, la verdad, todo eso es lo que no estoy usando. Recursos. Sí, vamos a ver. Ya, vamos a guardar todo, la verdad. ¿Verdad? Y ya. Vamos a... ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Ahora sí, vamos a ver. Tengo que buscar a Andrea. Vea Piazzi 1, ok. Vamos a ir a Vectaria. Vectaria. Vamos a descubrir cómo está nuestro amigo. Puedo escaparlo ahí.
It appears things have gone downhill since the last time you were here. Argos has clearly washed its hands of this operation.
Well, you're back. Don't you lin me. I thought things had already gone sideways, but no, that was just the beginning. More pirates showed up when you were gone. We weren't as lucky this time. Calvert, Troy, some of the new Dusties, they didn't make it. Who knows with pirates? Revenge? Peeking at the scraps? Maybe they're from a different crew and we just got hit twice by sheer bad luck. Well, how could you have? You weren't here. Anyway, I was pinned down behind some crates with Barrett. Bullets and laser fire everywhere. No smile on that damn carefree face of his. Like he knew this was it. I started steeling myself to go out fighting. Then that idiot puts his hand on my shoulder and says, "Stay here, Lynn. I got you."
Not quite. Barrett is more dangerous than you might think.
Next thing I know, 2 of the pirates are dead, and he's got the 3rd one in a headlock. Drags him out into the open at gunpoint and demands to talk, or else I'm going to demonstrate Newton's 3rd law on this guy's temporal lobe. And that's when they brought out Hela. I didn't overhear everything, but after the 10 longest seconds of my life, Barrett put his hands up, and both of them ended up getting taken aboard the pirate ship. And that's the last I saw of either of them. They could have grav-jumped anywhere. I tried pinging a transmission to the ship in the comms building before they left, but the pirates must have fried it. You want to try it? Go ahead. But the odds of them being alive, even if you could find them... I've lost a lot of people on this run, Dusty. I just want to pack up.
Vamos a ver esto, esto corre mucho mejor que la última vez, lo veo pésimo. Nada más que ayer lo acomodé. Está atorada, vale. Ya se abre. Yo ya tengo el nivel, vamos a ver. Sí. Listo. Tenemos otro nivel aquí. Deberíamos... pilotaje. Debería usar más la vaina de persuasión, la verdad. Okay. No tengo ganzúa, verga. Ojo pelado para ver si consigo ganzúa. Aquí hay una.
Vasco. Protocol Indigo means no deviations, no distractions, no dalliances. In short, no fun.
Can't believe we got into this mess. Would you be quiet? Trying to make out the grav jump calculations before we're out of range. Out of range of what? Out of range of the sensor array on Vectera. Would you keep up? Once we're outside the star system, the bandwidth goes from instant speed to effectively never. What good is sending a transmission down there? You gonna tell Lynn how royally screwed we both are? She doesn't even have a ship.
You underestimate how many of my admirers there are in the galaxy, Heller. One of them is bound to show up, looking to reunite with this handsome face.
We're doomed. Capital D, doomed.
Got it, okay. Whoever finds this, I'm attaching the interstellar coordinates to the metadata on the transmission. Rescue us. Repeat. Rescue us.
Hey. La cagué. Nah, huevo, nada, la cagué. Bueno.
So, you actually get that computer working again? What? Let me see that. Funny. Even knowing he's alive, I still never want to see him again. Hella, on the other hand. Okay. Let me send you the location data embedded in the transmission. Find them, okay? Be a while before Argos comes to pick me up. I'll be here if you need me. And hey, if you ever need a little extra help, I've been thinking about a career change lately. Maybe it's time to put Argos behind me.
Ah, bueno.
Seems like you've been keeping busy, Dusty. If, my contract's up with Argos. Works for me. I'm not fussy about it.
Okay.
Right. I'll get... Give the word and we'll get underway.
Good luck finding Barrett. Keep an eye out for Hella while you're at it.
Liftoff looks good. All systems go.
Le tengo que arreglar esto, nada, no le he hecho
Achieving
nada.
orbit now.
¿Qué le pasa a esa nave, pues? ¿Aló?
Hey, contact Charlie 3. Nice to meet you. Bye, Charlie 3. Hi. Just doing my daily paying it forward. Avoid the Altair system. Like big time. Sure. So, I'm doing my rounds, pick up supply drops, and I grabbing the Altair system, and oh boy, spacers all over the damn place there. Distress call, yammering nonstop. Something big's going down there, and all of us with no skin in the game, yes, we just give it a wide berth. Am I right? Charlie 3, you are looking to pay it forward like big time. Oh, I mean, I won't tell you you're crazy, but wow. Bye, Charlie 3. You've been like the best Charlie 3 I talked to all week.
A ver. ¿Qué está? Resto de nave. ¿Dónde está? Aterrizar en el planeta, creo.
Landing initiated. Watch your flaring. Sam, last month, did you explore that system I asked?
Puede que esos sean ellos los que están ahí. Hermano, aterrizar el planeta es genial. O sea, me hay demasiadas cosas aquí, pero verga. Le da un sentido de exploración bien chévere. Pero yo tengo esta vaina seleccionada, pero no me sale.
Oh, hey, it's you. And here I thought you were some pirate coming back to kill me. Lucky me, right? Considering the spaceship wreckage, you mean? Yeah, well, you missed the worst of it. Pretty sure we ripped through all the emergency meds that were salvageable. Hey, you know, when I pulled you to the med bench back on Vectera, I honestly thought, shit, I think I just saved someone's life. Oddly proud moment, you know? So, I guess I'm saying, glad I paid it forward.
Indeed. Without your help, we wouldn't have ever gotten this worthwhile addition to Constellation.
Man, I was so terrified when I got pulled on board that pirate ship. Barrett was all, sorry, brother, I'll get us out of this. Trust me. Oh, I'm getting to that. He tells me we need to start pretending to fight each other. Trick the pirates into thinking they need to come in before one of us gets killed. I just remember him shouting, "This kid is a killer. How am I supposed to defend myself against these pearly whites? He's gonna bite my face off." I mean, I didn't think it would work, but they came in. All of a sudden, we were wrestling with two of them. Barrett reached for one of their guns. Bingo. Blasted the pilot right in the back. Through to the flight console. Dropped orbit like a rock off a high rise. I blacked out. And when I came to, there he was, smiling like it was just another day on the job. You missed the fun part, Heller. I mean, I go through all the trouble of saving your butt, and you weren't even awake to notice. Then he did the little finger gun thing. Oh yeah, probably should have talked about that first. Did I mention I'm on a lot of painkillers? So, I was real excited when a ship showed up. Then, less excited when I realized it was a Crimson Fleet ship. And then, really, really less excited when Barrett said, "It's okay, I got this." He mumbled something to him, and then they were all gone. I was drifting in and out, but yeah, I think so. Got a signal from the ship before they grav jumped. Guessing it was Barrett. Haven't really been in a good space to have a listen. Here you go. Hey, I should come with you, right? I don't think anyone else is coming. Yeah, just, don't ask me to operate any heavy machinery for a while. Give me a minute. I think the worst of it is... Yeah, I'll be alright. Let me know when you want to head out.
Ok. Vamos a investigar aquí. Ah, mira un filete.
Still think there might be a spot for me on your ship? I gotta get off this rock. Phew, oh, I'm glad to hear you say that. You got it. Catch you on the flip side, boss. Thanks for letting me tag along.
Ahí tenemos un montón de compañeros, ¿vale? Notas.
You've given the fleet a lot of trouble, Barrett. Hey, since when is surviving being attacked causing trouble? Isn't that just fighting back? Hey, pilot, could you move your arm a little bit to the left? I can't make out the console.
Don't move! He's trying to figure out our destination. Probably transmitting this conversation right now while we're still in orbit.
Well, yeah. Thought I was making that pretty obvious. Okay, put the gun down. I'm done. See? My retinas are pointing away from the console and towards this lovely view of space we have out the window.
Tie him up. Once we get back to the base, the fun starts.
Good to go for landing.
Ahora no tengo balas. Sorpresa.
Help that one!
perrito. ¿Dónde está? Epa, epa. ¿Quién está disparando? Ay, toca lo que lo ordeno. ¿Ello? Mierda, está lejos.
Certainty to the universe at all. You really start getting out there, the laws of physics kind of turn into suggestions. Well, I can't say I feel too bad about you killing someone who kidnapped me and probably murdered a lot of people. But Matsur the Grim? Honestly, a pretty nice guy as far as pirates go. Think I butted heads with his mentor once years back. Had the same kind of surprisingly hospitable vibes. Okay.
¿Será que...? Me va a tratar de cargarlo, pero me va a tratar de cargar. Calla. Se mató un tipo chévere. A lo mejor él nos ayudó también para infiltrar, ¿no?
Oh yeah. There's no certainty to the universe at all. Once you really start getting out there, the laws of physics kind of turn into suggestions.
Pulling my leg again, right? What's the weirdest thing you've seen? No exaggerations this time.
Holy shit. You actually found me.
I wish I could say this is the first time this has happened with Barrett. But, well, it isn't.
Well, this is turning into a regular constellation party, isn't it? I should have brought drinks. Well, you didn't need to worry too much. Matsura the Grim here is actually a wonderful host.
No reason captivity should be unpleasant.
See, that's what I mean, Matsura. Real considerate.
I have enjoyed our time together, Barrett. But I can't just let you go with nothing to show for it. Is Constellation willing to pay ransom in exchange for this man's freedom? You want me to end all this with nothing to show for it? He has been more entertaining than most hostages. All the more reason I need to make sure I'm compensated.
Mierda.
Don't assume because I haven't pulled my gun that I won't. Enough! I must insist on payment for Barrett's release.
Bueno.
We do have some insurance set aside for this exact problem.
Does that mean you'll be paying me, Miss...
We don't need to be introduced. Here's your money. And we would appreciate it if you could spread the word in the Crimson Fleet that Barrett shouldn't be harassed. It's not working out for any of us.
That's a fair point. But I can't control a man's reputation.
Do what you can. A suggestion to the right ears can work wonders.
Very well. Goodbye to you all. I have enjoyed this little exchange.
See you around, Matsura. I mean, well, you know, hopefully not.
Got nothing to say to you.
So, back to the... Matsura the Grim? Honest? I think I butted heads with his mentor once years back. Had the same kind of... Hey, you're underselling my harrowing escape from certain dude. See you later.
Vamos a subir para recoger las cosas que hay aquí. Falló la percepción, pero no importa. Por lo menos ya vi cómo funciona. Hay que regresar a la logia.
Did you know I used to have an office near the top of Mast? How far the mighty have fallen, eh?
Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
I am at your service, Captain.
This is history. Would you look at this?
I assumed it was all right to let your parents in here, but maybe they shouldn't stay for long.
There's just
Sorry for the wait,
so much
everyone.
to do in New Atlantis.
Got a little held up on Vectera.
Barrett, we were worried sick.
Just so
Well,
you know,
some of us were.
Your mother's missed you.
I see what you did there.
Like a lot.
And I know you've been secretly crying into your piles of money just waiting for my return.
Constellation
Walter
sounds
has been complaining
magical,
about you more
like
than
a
usual,
storybook.
which is always a sign when he's worried.
Don't start, Country.
I figured it would be years until I
Is
saw
that-
you again. And here you are.
And to think the first artifact was taking up dust on the library shelf. Now look at them all. You feel it a bit, can't you? Ever since I found the second one, had the visions. Being around them is just comforting. So hey, I'm still not 100%, plus I feel guilty dragging you into all of this. Why don't I stick around? Help you get adjusted to the weird corners of the universe. Marvelous.
Of all the places we've looked, this is mine. I'm planning a grocery run later. Talking with you has made my day.
I hope you don't mind, but I figured the lodge was just a gnat stop away. I just had to see it.
Oh, this place is everything I imagined. Do you know I dreamt of joining Constellation when I was a girl? I don't know if I go that far. But I'll let your father talk before he bursts.
I was playing poker with the Dean of Engineering, and he had this collectible revolver framed. And when he heard you were in Constellation, well, we worked together to get the piece clean and restored. She fires beautifully now. We, took turns sighting it at the range.
I swear, your father was acting like a school kid.
As I was saying, may I present to you Sir Malcolm Livingston's personal sidearm. All the special modifications just as he left him. He was chair of Constellation about 50 years ago. Anyway, it's yours.
Oh.
I hope it keeps you safe. If not, maybe get a good place for it on a mantle. Well, we'll let you get back to it, but, Miss Noel said we could look around a little first. Miss Noel, would it be
Hey,
all right if I
Captain.
brought cookies next time?
Need help with anything?
Actually, Mr. Cookies. What type?
Yes. Continue, please.
Yes, I, think that would be cool.
I think about it a lot. There's so many possibilities. Some wonderful, some terrifying. I'm not a fearful man, but I am just a man. And I'm keenly aware that this artifact could change my life. Or end it. On Bendy? No, wait. It was Kazal. I can feel Lynn's admonishing stare boring a hole in my back. She's not actually. Well, point is, my story's probably a lot like yours. We dug a pit. Well, it certainly means something, because now, my first instinct was, but now I'm wondering if the vision wasn't just sensory. As in, not just a message from... Well, when I picked it up, I had no idea what it... I saw... Okay.
Bueno, el arma nueva que me dieron. Está bonita, está bonita.
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you, Captain. Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, Given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research. Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
No huevo nada. So yes, full. Ajá, ahora tenemos buscar a Andrea. Lo del sondeo, tenemos un montón de vainas. Creo que lo voy a dejar hasta aquí. Por ahora, en un rato regreso para seguir jugando. Pero sí, tenemos un montón de vainas entre las principales. Tenemos algunas adicionales ahí y tenemos todavía un montón de actividades aquí. ¿Yo ya hice esto? O no lo hice bien, no sé. Sí, bueno. Vamos a ver después. Vamos a salvar. Y listo, regresamos ahora.